Good morning.
Good morning.
Hi everyone, it's Minxy Monday. So of course we're still having this strange lighting issue, so our faces are a little bit washed out. Bear with us. We are going to get this handled. So I am Jen. We are here at Minxy Mondays to outreach. We know that everyone needs training, wants training, and wants to get involved in what's going on at Minx. And so Minx decided we are going to do Minxy Mondays, and this is our way of showing you how to, in a live, fun, exciting Monday morning. I am the training coordinator at Minx, so I work basically at coordinating these trainings and making sure that what you need gets handled. And Miss Crystal on my left is our master in San Diego educator, and someone I am so proud to work with on a weekly basis, at the very least. We've done a lot of traveling together, and I am always so proud to say, I work with the best of the best. So, Crystal, introduce yourself.
Hi everyone, I'm Crystal. I've been doing nails for 13 years, and I've been doing Minx for 4. I have been pretty obsessed with Minx, but I just saw it and knew that it was going to be something big in the future, and just knew that I needed to stick with it. So that's what I did. I just worked hard, and here we are. So, I love doing nails, and I want to help all of you guys. So, welcome.
Yay! Okay, so I need to make sure that we are broadcasting, because what I am seeing is not showing. I just want to make sure that this is coming in live. If everyone is seeing this, say hello this morning. I am moving over here so I can see the chat boards. What we have specified for Minxy Mondays is this chat session where we ask that you would please let us know what your questions are, let us know what your issues are, and let us address them. Let us talk about solutions to technical issues you might have. Or, I've been doing it this way and it's working for me. Share with us your successes as much as your technical issues. So I'm going to just start off the chat with a Happy Monday! Thanks for being here. Yay!
Capitalize H, capitalize N.
We're doing it quick today. Okay, so the other thing is usually we have Minx admin here putting in links and things like that. Looks like Joe's running a little bit late this morning, so I want to quickly just put up some contact information for us. We'll give you about 30 seconds. Write down anything you need. And then I want to make sure that you get the telephone number also, so I'm going to just go ahead and chat it in.
So what we do here at Minxy Mondays is we go over the 7 steps with everyone, and then from there we pick a subject and really pull it apart and master that subject. And then, please, if any of you have any questions, please feel free to use the chat and ask away. That is what it's there for, and we want to really customize it to whoever is online with us. So, Jen, do you ready to do the 7 steps?
I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to focus on the 7 steps again, because what we've done is we go out, we've done a ton of trade shows in the last few months, and so we want to make sure that those newbies are getting what they need, and also, getting their questions asked and answered. So we're going to focus on the 7 steps today. We're going to do a little bit of a product spotlight. We do have the Olympics coming up, and I want to just show off some of the designs that I think are awesome that you can share with your clients over the next month and a half. We have I guess Olympics start on July 27th and they go until August the 12th. So this is the time to get your Minx now for those events and those clients who, you know, are rooting for a specific team and doing parties and everything else around the Olympic events. The Summer Olympics are so much fun. So we'll do a little product spotlight on that and, you know, talk about some of the features of the website and ways to, you know, kind of expand your business. In the meantime, let's get started. We're going to the mannequin.
All right, everyone, grab a drink and let's go. We'll go down low.
Oh, now we go down low.
Low.
Is that door open?
Yes, and I'm getting a look.
Okay, so I'm putting some hands out there for you so you have something to look at and know that your web browser is working and everything's fine. All right. What I quickly want to do, and I need to get a card for this, is to have you guys.
How can I do this? Here, I got two things.
Oh, Solly.
No, not you. I'm just talking to myself.
Okay. Have you guys introduce yourselves really quickly on the chat, please, so that we know that somebody's out there, it's working, everybody's seeing what they need to see. So if you would please say your name, either your username or whatever. Good morning, Courtney. If you guys would also say what country you're in, because that's always fun to know that we're reaching the world.
Hi, Courtney. It's good to see you.
You know,
or hear you.
I don't know. Courtney, are your kids on with you today? Oh, hi, Allie. Allie's in New York. Hi, Allie.
Is Allie a new person? Did she just come
Allie,
on board with us?
How long have you been doing Minx, honey? Oh, there's some. We definitely have a little delay. So just so you know, you guys need to know too that we have a little bit of a delay. So we'll ask a question and then we'll wait a little while to see if we hear anything. Okay. So just so everybody's aware, if you've never seen a Minx application or you've never been walked through the 7 steps, which I hope neither of those things are true, but just in case. Crystal is going ahead and she's performing the dry manicure. Crystal, you can talk about that.
Yeah, I do a dry manicure and I love to use the crystal file. It's a great way to remove the cuticle that's stuck on your nail plate and, you know, and then use the stick to push back lightly. You don't want to use water, so please don't recommend that or try to do that. The nail plate does expand in water. It's just like any other polymer product. You would never do a wet manicure prior to your acrylics or your gels. So I'm just doing a quick dry manicure for Jen here.
She's working on my Frankenstein thumb. I'm just going to lift a little bit up on that counter.
You can slide it a little bit there.
And Crystal is definitely in holiday style. You guys can see that she's wearing her red lightning minx, her blue lightning minx, and
I got Minx Illusion on.
Minx Illusion as her white for red, white, and blue. Well, that's really cool. Doing it up in style for the 4th of July. Oh, Courtney says they are sleeping right now. Summer vacation means late nights for them. Courtney and I had a conversation, I don't know, probably a week ago or so, just, you know, getting to know each other and really talking about Minxy Mondays. And, you know, she was telling me that she watches it with her kids, which is so
cute.
Great. It's really great to hear that the kids are even into it. And they got minxed last night. How good for them. That's awesome. Okay, so Allie is new. Allie, we're going to do our very, very best to call out all of the steps. So part of step 1 would be your nail preparation and consultation. And while that's going on, we would normally be heating the minks. Right now we're not heating the minks because we have this camera issue where it's like we've got the heat right over the camera and trying to show you guys what's going on. So we are going to be heating those minks in just a minute while we talk about the 7 steps, okay? But step 1 is consultation and nail prep while heating the minks. And you would put your minks just under heat while you perform the consultation and the dry manicure.
And Jen, by the way, what minks are we doing on your nails today?
I know you've got some stuff in that one.
Oh yes, I do. You're correct on that.
And I'm happy to do whatever you would like, Crystal, because you always pick some great stuff. And it's funny, I am so like the same girl every day. Like I don't really go outside of the box too much, so I kind of like it when you put something funky on me and I get to wear it for. You know what was really a great hit was that gunmetal over. I mean, people were grabbing my hand last week.
Oh, the ones that look like silver bullets.
Yes.
Well, since it's 4th of July, do you want to be a little spirited, or do you not care?
I really don't. I mean, I'm not that I don't care, but I like everything.
You got a hair tie. That might have been mine.
I'm always looking for hair ties. Okay.
Let's see here.
Do you want to do? Ooh, you know what I really like? I like those silver. See, this is me right here. This is me being me. I love these. I love these. These are. Oh look, Minx admin is on this morning.
Good morning, Joe.
Okay, so I really love those.
I picked something wild for you.
Oh, she picked something wild for me.
Everyone's gonna have to check it out, and see what we got.
Oh my gosh. I would never wear these, just so you know. I would never choose these out of a box, but
she told me I could pick them.
I'm probably going to love them, so I'm not going to be mad. Okay, we're heating the minks.
And during this time, we're doing a consultation. So in that consultation, you want to look at your client's nails and just, are they short, long, brittle, strong, thick, thin, acrylic, gel polishes. Jen's got some really good nails, and she's got some length on them, so that's a plus.
But they're still a little flimsy from the acrylic application and removal. So, ooh, look at Courtney's wearing metallic American flags on her toes. Ooh. Loving the attention I'm getting from them. Ooh, who wouldn't? Really, I've been wearing zebras on my toes. So I went to a resort last week. Oh my gosh, let me tell you about this resort later. But anyway, I had to have my toes on so I could walk in my little slippers and everything. And I have never worn the zebras before. I love them.
Oh, the zebras are fun, yeah. Did you do the white with the black?
Yeah, white and black.
Yeah.
They were so great. And then I had a black and white little striped cotton dress, so it was so cute.
Aw,
so
cute. Now also you want to check to see if your client's nails are oily or dry, because that will also make a difference in your alcohol. Like I've noticed with some people, if they're a little bit more oilier, then I might spray them twice with alcohol. So you really want to look at the client's nails and see what you need to do to make their minks the best experience ever. And, that would mean, is their nail rigid or smooth? If it is rigid, then maybe upselling them some sort of other service prior to your Minx application to give it that beautiful look. Because Minx is like spandex. It will show all their imperfections. So you want to try to give them the best experience ever by, you know, if their nail is a little bit on the ridgy side, you know, maybe using some sort of gel polish prior to your minx, and that all that's going to do is make it look more smoother and flawless. All right, so we've cleaned her nail plates.
I'm going to apologize in advance. You guys, I've had a little bit of a cough this weekend, so bear with me if I start coughing. I'm not doing it because I'm choking to death. I have a little itch.
Now, anytime you take the minx off the sheet, you're always going to place it back under the heat. We're doing red cheetah, by the way, guys. And you see how it's really flimsy and floppy? That's how you want it to look, okay? So once you pull it off the sheet, make sure you go back under the heat, and then you get about 20 seconds for the minx to cool down. So you do have to work a little fast, but remember, if you're not that fast, it's okay. Just make sure that you stop what you're doing, place it back under the heat, and try again. You just got to remember, you're not working under the heat. If you do that, you can burn your client. We don't recommend that. So if you notice, I go back under the heat, I warm it up, put pressure on it.
Oh, they can't see you.
Sorry, guys. I need your eyes, Jen, for that.
Yeah, I'll watch the camera. Sorry.
It's okay. And then, you know, you want to always go back and keep pressing it down. I personally go under the heat a couple times before I even try to cut it off, remove the excess. And the reason why is because the more you heat it up and the more you press it down, the more it really looks like it's shrink wrapping to the nail. And depending on your skill level, you might have to do that a couple times more than some other people. And it's not about time when you're using the minx or under the heat. It's all about what it looks like. So you know, you're not timing the minx. You know, because everyone's going to work
go by an egg timer on this one.
Right, and some people work with less heat, and some use it full blown. So it'll vary by the technician and how you're setting that up. And I'm just putting pressure down while it's out of the heat.
So what happens is, and this is you know, really good information for Allie, and it looks like Minx Admin is putting that information up also, which is that because minx is a flat molecular structure, when it's made, it needs heat in order to change that. So to have it conform to your curves, the curve of your nail, you're going to need to heat it up. So when we heat minx, we're asking minx to change its shape of its molecular structure in order to, you know, change to the shape of your nail, or your client's nail. So that's what heat does. Now, if you don't use enough heat and you don't use the pressure to reinforce that change of shape, it will go back to its flat state. It will pull up from the corners and lift and, you know, attempt to go back to being a flat object. So that's what heat and pressure do. They, you know, conform the minx to the shape of your nail, or your client's nail.
So once you place it on there, you just want to tap it and work the top around the cuticle first, and then, you know, work from the center to sidewall to eliminate any crinkles or bubbles. And if you used enough heat, it should lay just like butter. If not, and you get a lot of crinkling, just, you know, stop, place it back under the heat. Just means you're not using enough heat, and try again. You can always,
you're not working fast enough, and you're actually cooling down the minx in the process of placing that minx on. So you'll get better at that application, you know, that part of the application as it goes. It's a part of the skill set, and you are learning.
And just remember, if you do get crinkles and bubbles, it might be easier for you to pull the minx off the nail plate and try again. And if you do stretch it, it's okay. Just place it under the heat while it's not attached to the nail, and it will go back to its original structure.
The one thing that we do want to say is when you fold over the Minx or you've completed your heat and pressure cycle 1, you're going to want to fold it over the free edge. Don't stretch Minx on the nail. The problem with stretching is that Minx, because it is a molecular structure, which, you know, everything is, but this is a polymer that can break down under pressure. So when you stretch it, you're pulling the molecules apart. And what happens is when it cools and you file it off, it tends to snap back like a rubber band would. If you stretched it and then let it go. So if you look at it with that theory, you want to just gently fold it over the nail, and you can see that these are loosely folded over there, not, you know, super tight on my hand. They're really just folded over to get them out of the way so that nothing, you know, gets in the way of that adhesion, so you don't snag them on or stick them to anything. Looking good.
Ooh, how do you like them so far?
I actually like them. This is really, really strange. Like most people will tell you, I'm definitely not a flashy girl. I leave that to the fun people in the world. Like Crystal. Crystal's definitely, I think she's like the exact opposite. We're polar opposites as far as that goes.
So I'm going to turn the Minx heat off because we're going to just file now. And you never want to file under the heat.
And you want to make sure your Minx are cool. So that last nail that she just did isn't the nail she's probably going to file first. She's going to go back and start with the nail she did first.
All right. So I'm going to bring you right about there.
Can everybody see okay? Are there any questions about the 7 steps before we move on? We're at, right now,
You want to repeat them?
we're at the cool nails. Remove excess Minx with the Minx file. That's step number 5. So I'm going to review where we're at. So first we did the consultation and shaped the nails and prepped the nail surface. Second, we placed the Minx under heat. We dehydrated the nail plate with rubbing alcohol. Third, we removed Minx from the sheath and placed it under heat until floppy, and we applied the Minx to the nail plate. Number 4 was warm up the Minx while on the nail and apply pressure to Minx. So you saw Crystal do all of those, and now she's doing step 5, which is cool the nails, remove the excess Minx with the Minx file.
So I'm going to be using the the curved file, and I love this file because you don't need a lot of pressure. So it does help with, you know, nails that do have a tendency of folding, like Jen's do. And so I'm just lightly filing. And you want to reposition the Minx everywhere where you're filing. You don't want to like press the whole thing over and try to file it all at once. The reason why is you'll get creases and buckling on the tip, and you don't want to, you want to avoid that as much as possible. So when you reposition it, you're laying the Minx the way it should lay on the nail itself. So I'm going to go back and do the down method and get the corners, because the corners are a little tricky.
And Crystal will tell you with the curve file, the only thing you have to be real careful of is not doing extremely long strokes when you're working in the down method. The down method should be short, precise, very quick strokes. You can do from the side to get the corners. You can do a longer stroke, but you want to make sure you never saw at Minx. You never want to go back and forth. And you always want to work side to side and not side middle. A lot of nail techs and teachers will say, you know, that's how it was taught in school, and this is a classic method. But you wouldn't want to do that with Minx, because what you'll do is create a peak in the center that is also a weak spot, because it's actually, you know, the force of the nail file has actually pressed the Minx into the wrong direction. So if you work in one direction, everything gets along.
Yeah, and I go from the left to the right because I'm right-handed. If you're left-handed, you would probably go from the right to the left.
Whatever makes you comfortable. You know, there's no certain side to start with, but you definitely want to work from one side to the other.
Yeah.
I'm sorry they're so difficult.
No, you're fine.
We're going to get a trainer hand for doing acrylics and gels, etc. in the future, because I can't be a guinea pig anymore. I refuse. No. For me, it's just too damaging. My nails are not, they're just not strong enough to withstand.
And I use scissors because Jen's nails fold a lot and are actually a little on the, you know, not brittle, but a little on the weak side. I use scissors just so that it doesn't, what will happen is her nail will bend, and then a lot of times you'll cut off parts where your nail is actually there. So we want to avoid that as much as possible. So I did a little bit of trimming, and now I'm just going back and getting all the fine little pieces. And you really want to emphasize the corners, because the corners do hide, and that's usually what we'll pull up first. So far we've got 2, and we got Red Lightning. Cheetah looks so pretty on you, Jen.
It actually does. I really actually like it. I never ever would have put this on. Never.
I just did a client, and I remembered how much I liked it.
It's funny to me because, you know, I always say this, but Crystal is the queen of fun. And so when it comes to stuff like this, it's my big, you know, woohoo moment when she puts something a little crazy on me and I get to look at it for the rest of the week. Plus, I know this one's going to get some serious attention.
Well, just make sure you give everyone my card.
I always do.
All right, so I'm just kind of going over the edge, because when you trim, you don't get close enough to the nail plate, so you've got to go back and file.
Okay, so Courtney asked, next week, is it possible to see a nail of Jen's that was Minxed today, so that we can see how they look after a week of wear? Okay, so Courtney, we will do this. This is the thing, though. You have to remember that I play on 2 soccer teams as a goalie, and I wear gloves. I also practice 3 times a week. So when you see these on Monday, you have to take into account, and everyone needs to take into account, what the client does in their lifestyle, okay? Because I do get a fair amount of wear and tear. Now, they'll stay on for a really long time, probably, you know, two plus weeks normally. But to start with, you have to remember also that my nails are weak from having that acrylic application, gosh, over 3 weeks ago. So, yes, I agree to do it, considering those things.
They'll be fine, guys, because I did them.
Okay, so good morning, Magnolia Nail Girl says, do you have any other tips to apply Minx to natural nails that bend as it grows out instead of growing out straight? So you actually have a client who has nails that bend.
The longer they get.
Yeah. I actually have a toenail that does that. I have one toenail that grows straight up.
And Minx actually will stay attached to the nail no matter what shape it goes. It will depend on the application and how it was applied, though. So if it was a good application, it's going to hold.
Have you had actual issues, and what are those issues? Because unless we know what the issue is, we can't kind of predict what the nail will do. But I'm sure Crystal's seen enough nails to know that, you know, what the solution is if there is a problem. Let us know. We're happy to help. So, Courtney, do you agree to my terms?
Actually, Jen, you did like 2 trade shows on a set of Minx, breakdown and setup, and they looked pretty good for being
They looked rockin', and I didn't take them off until a day before Minxy Mondays last time.
Yeah.
So
I don't think you'll have a problem.
I don't think I'll have a problem, but we have to all be aware of what our clients' lifestyles are.
Yeah, totally.
Because that's part of managing your clients' expectations. If you aren't realistic, they aren't realistic. Aha, Courtney says, totally, I'm a mommy of 3. I know what these things can do. Laugh out loud.
So I'm just cutting around the cuticle, and what I've done is I've just pressed it in and pushed up the part that's on the skin. And, you know, you do break the seal when you get a pair of scissors in there, so you will have to go back and reheat it back up after you've done some cutting.
So, Courtney, what I'll do is we're not doing my right hand today. So next week we'll do my right hand, and I will not actually remove any of my minks until I see you next Monday. Because that's how, I mean, really, they're gonna show it. So take a good look now. Who knows what my coach is gonna do to me this week?
What does she like your? Oh,
he is a drill sergeant, and I'm not kidding.
Oh.
He makes me wear a weight belt and run 2 miles.
Bring your hand a little bit closer. There we go.
And then he makes me do footwork. Ugh. Well, did you see my bruise on my arm last week?
Last week, no, because I wasn't here last week.
Oh, yeah, you're right. We weren't here. Oh, I had the most disgusting bruise on my arm from catching ball after ball after ball after ball, and the same, I guess I catch with my left arm. So I got to use my airbrush makeup.
Oh, nice.
Camden's birthday party. Here, you know, it's 2 days before my daughter's 14th birthday, and I'm catching all these balls. I get this gnarly bruise, and then all the parents show up to drop their kids off, and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, looks like I've been beaten. Okay, so Allie says, I see in this application you're filing off the excess, but in other apps you've cut them first and then filed. Which is better? Well, it depends on your nail.
It goes by the client's nail structure, and that's what the consultation is for. You're going to evaluate the client's nails and see what type of nails you're going to be working on. And every time you remove the excess, it will be different depending on that nail structure. It could be, you know, rigid or smooth or short and long. It could be thick or thin. It could be brittle. I mean, there's so many different nail structures, and you're going to remove the excess, you know, depending on what kind of nail structure you're working on. So Jen's are a little weak, even though she does got some length. So sometimes I do have to go in and trim, because otherwise her nail's going to bend, and I'm going to cut off that excess of the minks when I shouldn't. So you really have to judge it by the client's nails. Not everyone's nails are the same, so you will remove the excess differently. I hope that answered your questions, Allie. So we have cut down and removed any excess around the cuticle, the sidewalls, and around the free edge. And now what we're going to do is we're going to go back in, because we've cut or filed. And anytime you cut or file, you always have to go back and reheat it back up and press back down, because you are breaking the seal. And so what I'm doing is I'm just putting the heat right over top here of the camera. So is it blurry? Can people see, or is it too much?
It's a little bit blurry, but I think that they need to understand the concept. So if you understand that the reason why it's a little bit light and a little bit blurry is that we're reheating these nails. And this is a comfortable heat, and you need to communicate with your client about what's comfortable and what's not. And I want to show you the height of the actual Minx heat. So if you look at what Crystal's showing you, a birchwood stick is approximately 8 inches tall, and I'm
trying to get Jen's face, but it's not working.
Oh my gosh, I'm like, wait, no.
I actually have the birchwood stick probably about 9 inches from the heat.
Yeah, so she's got at least 2 inches from the lowest point, you know, between the top of the birchwood stick and the actual heat itself. So you need to be about 10 inches, right?
They say about the birchwood stick, but also depending on your skill level, how much you're comfortable with the heat. You know, some people don't like to work with the heat full on. Some people like to have it less, and that's okay. I mean, until you get comfortable with the heat, people do that, and that's okay. You just have to remember that you do have to use a lot of heat and a lot of pressure to get the Minx to change the memory from flat to curved. And so it might take you a little bit longer to really get them to attach like you want them to. So all I'm doing is I'm putting pressure on them while they're under the heat, and then I'm turning the heat off, and I've put in pressure. Really want to put pressure on the free edge and the corners.
You know, I was thinking about Magnolia's question because it's, I was kind of waiting for a response.
Was it?
It says, do you have any other tips for applying Minx to natural nails that bend as they grow out instead of growing out straight? Well, is she saying a high C curve?
Mm-mm. The nail itself changes shape as it gets longer, and I understand what she means by it, but the Minx is formed to your nail and it's attached there. It's not a sticker. With a sticker, it would pretty much lose its form. But with Minx, it's actually attached to the nail surface if it's applied correctly. So even if the nail did change shape and got more curved towards the tip as it got longer, the Minx should pretty much hold on that. I mean, I've never had a problem with it not. I mean, the nail's got to really, really bend. I mean, I'd have to see the nail to determine, but for the most part, the Minx is actually attached to the nail. So it should form to that as it grows out and stay to it.
And when you apply the heat and pressure to a nail that is already curved or bent, it's going to take on that shape. Whatever shape you tell it to, as long as you use enough heat and pressure in your application, it would take on that shape, right, Crystal?
Yeah, and that's why I said if you use enough heat and pressure, it's going to form to the nail when you apply them. And then, you know, as it grows out, it should still stay formed to that nail. It shouldn't change. It shouldn't pull up.
It's bizarre, though. I want to see them. I'm curious.
Well,
very common.
The nail that, like with toes especially, like they really change.
I have
but
a weird
even with
one.
mine, when they get longer, they like this one will get more pointier.
Yeah.
Like the walls
it gets more narrow.
Narrower.
Yeah, that's kind of true about my pinky too.
Yeah, I think that's what she's. If I'm wrong, please tell me. But I think that's what she was asking about.
Okay. Now, Courtney says, I use Crystal's method of attaching Minx at the cuticle and folding it back. Folding it back to reheat and pushing it back on the nail like you did on the curvy acrylics. And she said it worked fabulous. So that's great. We're glad to hear you're having successes, Courtney, and that Minxy Mondays is really helping you.
Courtney, are we friends on Facebook?
I know, we need to be.
Yeah, so please add us.
I need to know what your kids look like. I feel like we're sisters. I want to know their names and their birthdays. I'll send a card late every time, every single time. So just know this about me. I do. My intention's always good.
At least you send a card.
My intention is always good, but it's always a minute or two late, or day, or week.
So I'm just, again, putting heat and pressure on each one. And you want to really do it one by one. You don't want to try to do all 5 fingers at the same time and, real quick push them down. You're really not spending enough time on each fingernail. And again, I can't emphasize as much, this as enough. Heat and pressure, you need a lot of. So.
And really, I mean, you're seeing Crystal take the time with each individual nail. Now, I know that we're in a business where time is money, and we're not naive to that. But if you have an application go bad because you didn't take the time,
you'll lose that client.
You lose a client. And we sure don't want you to lose a client, and we sure don't want people to have a bad impression of the product itself either. So let's protect each other and do it right. It's very important that, you guys understand that we've spent years perfecting this application. And, when we brought it to market, we knew how to make it work. We just didn't know how to convey it. And this is where we are now. We've made huge leaps and bounds. You have the information available to you. There's no excuse for skipping steps. And there's no excuse for, rushing through an application. If you want good results for your clients, then you need to do, the 7 steps as appropriately as possible.
So here are Jen's beautiful red cheetah.
Red cheetah. And actually, I have to say, I love them. I do. I really do love them.
So Courtney says, I follow you on Twitter. Oh, well, Courtney, I'm not very good at Twitter. I don't stay on top of it like I should. But I like the fact that you can say a lot real quick, and they're not people so it's a lot more networking, which is something I really do need to get on. So maybe I'll get on there.
She wants to get on and be your Facebook friend.
Yeah, Facebook friend.
Mine is really easy. I think it's Facebook/J Vellum, and Crystal's is
Minxmaster SD.
Minxmaster SD. Okay, so we're switching cameras.
Oh,
we're coming back.
We gotta get tall again.
We're done with this, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we gotta ask anyone.
The only thing we didn't do is step 7, which was ask your client to check your Minx finish. Well, I absolutely go through and I examine them because, well, quite frankly, I do.
Oh my God, I got me.
Okay, so I've looked these over. They look wonderful, and I'll play with them for a few minutes and make sure that I don't have anything hanging over.
You definitely want to have your client take the time and check them, sidewalls to the free edge. Make sure they're satisfied with them and happy with them. You don't want the client to walk away upset. And already realizing there's pieces that are coming up. So really let them check it and let them tell you, hey, there's something here, too big, or this is, too small, or whatever, and let them be happy with them before they leave.
Okay, the other thing is to have them check, go across their clothing, because that's a really good way to catch snags and things like that. The other thing is educate your client. Sorry,
okay.
Didn't mean to beat you.
His mind is up in my chest.
If they're scratchers or pickers, remind them that scratching to reinforce the Minx is better than, scratching upwards, because if you're scratching, you're actually, going against your.
You do adapt to Minx, so don't think that they're as strong as acrylics, because they're definitely not. Yeah, how did you do that?
I stood up. Oh. Okay, there we go.
So if anyone has any questions, please, chat away.
And we can send you the 7 steps if you've lost your little cue card or whatever. Please send us an email at info@minxnails.com. Okay, so we're gonna play today, and
we're showing the flags.
We're showing off all of our flags.
So while we're showing off the flags, if anyone has any questions or want us to review anything when we're done with the flags, please chat away now, so that when we're done with the flags, we can go right into that and answer any questions that any of you, have.
Okay, so what I want to do is go to the Manicam because I think the Manicam is probably the best way to show off the designs.
Okay.
So here we go.
All right.
Okay, so we are going to, I'm going to take them out of their packaging because I want to show them in their full glory. And I want to make sure I give you the right names. So because we have over 350 designs, sometimes it's a little bit difficult for me to
and Jen
remember.
should know all the names.
I should.
And she doesn't. But that's okay because that's a lot of names to remember.
Actually, I think I could tell you the name of every one of them. It just would be a really long process for me to remember. So I want to show you patriotic dots. The reason that we're focusing on flags today of any kind is not actually because of 4th of July, because quite frankly, if you haven't got your 4th of July nails on your clients yet, well, I think you might have missed the boat. But we are really kind of focusing on them because we want to show what you guys can offer your clients during the Olympic season. So the Olympic season is July 27th through August 12th. This is a great time to bring in flags and or talk to your clientele about if they're going to any Olympic viewing parties for soccer or gymnastics or whatever it is that you're interested in. There is definitely something for everyone in the summer season.
And this patriotic dots is kind of like a French effect. So if you really want that patriotic French, this is the must.
And you know what? It is so cute. But I just want to clarify because sometimes on the website you guys have a hard time seeing the contrast of the product. So this is a white French. It has the blue lightning dots and it fades into the red lightning Minx. This is gorgeous. This is a
We're
gorgeous
gonna have to do that
design.
one of these times. I have
and
not
you know
actually
what? Maybe
used that.
next week we'll do it because I'm getting in full blown Olympic feeling. I'm like starting to.
Oh, you're one of those.
Ooh.
I maybe the
literally
next couple of weeks we should
TiVo
do some flags.
all of it. It's all going on the DVR. All of it. I will watch everything. So there's the patriotic dots. And if anyone has any questions or if you want to see a design again, I'll be happy to show it again. Let's
put it back in?
Yeah, you put that one back in.
Okay.
We put that one back in. Okay, this is one of my favorites, and we're gonna just start with the U.S. stuff, and then we'll quickly get through it so that we can focus on the other countries also, because we know we are a worldwide company and we love you guys everywhere. So we don't want you to feel like we're leaving you out. We're just trying to get the U.S. stuff kind of out of the way. Okay, this is actually great for anyone who's watching the Olympics. It's not just 4th of July.
It's really pretty.
This is awesome. It's called 4th of July, or no, it's actually just called fireworks. See, I could. Oh, I'm going so fast you can't even see it. Okay.
It's really awesome. It's got the blue lightning, the red lightning, the gold lightning, and the silver lightning fireworks on a black background.
And the black is, it's nice and dense, so you're going to be able to get good coverage with that.
Yeah, it's a really pretty one on. So I do highly recommend this one.
Woo!
If you like your chrome colors, it's also good for the people that don't like too much chrome, but just need a little bit to pop, and this is perfect.
So for all of you who are enjoying our product spotlight, I really have to give credit to Courtney. She, hasn't been minxing too long, but we had a conversation last week and said, really, 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 really love being able to see the designs in action because when you're looking on the website, it is, difficult to tell what something's going to look like. And one thing we really want to talk about is like Minxlusion. And we will do that product spotlight, maybe next week on Minxlusion and how, that color changes and the effects of it. This product is called 4th of July Confetti. But
4th of July confetti is fun for people that have really small nail plates and can't get a really good scenery on their toes. This is good because it still gets all of 4th of July colors on those little bitty toes.
Yeah, I think it's the thing about it is it's like pow, it's just, it's like, right there. There's no question what we're feeling in this one. So there's 4th of July confetti. It's silver, black, and white with red lightning and blue lightning. Ooh. It's got an array.
And I'm all about the chrome colors, so this is a nice
anything
one.
That's chrome for me is just woohoo. Okay, so the next one is a favorite because I love French. I think French is in any kind. I mean, I'm still the girl who would love to have pink and whites. I know that makes me boring, but I do love French. So any kind of French that I could wear, I love. This is the Flag French manicure. So this one's available on our website too.
No chrome in that, so it'll look like nail art.
Yeah, it's a white base with red and blue and little white stars. So cute. So cute.
And that one is called the Flag French manicure.
Yeah. Okay, here we go into our international flags. Oh, actually, let's get these 2 U.S. flags. So I'm not going to pull this one out because most of you are aware of this one. And you can actually see it pretty well in the...
It looks really good on long nails if anyone has a client like that. Just because it technically your flag goes from one side of your hand to the other if the tech does it correctly, and it just looks really flawless.
So this is the metallic American flag, correct? And the metallic base is the Minxlusion. So you're going to get a flat red and a flat blue with the stars and some of the stripes being in that Minxlusion. So it really picks up.
Which means the red and the blue are kind of see-through or translucent. So not lightly, but you can see through it still. It's not like your chrome colors.
This is, it's not as dense as a chrome. A chrome, is opaque, so you're not going to see through it. But this is a translucent red and a translucent blue with the Minxlusion. It's stinking fabulous. I love that one. And then this one is also sort of a French manicure. I'm going to take this one out because
this one I've not seen on.
I actually have seen this on, and I think it's really cute on, again, those people who have small nail plates or short nails. Because you actually can get the flag on.
Oh, that's kind of
cool. You know what I mean?
Because it's half of the flag on each side.
Right.
So when you do put it on, it actually does look like the flag.
Yeah.
That's pretty neat.
Like the flag. And
I'm going to have to try that one.
So I really like this one.
I don't own that one, so, I'll eventually get it.
I like this one for short nails, and as you can see, most of the time my nails are pretty short, especially now. So this is a really good one for your clientele who has short nails. Okay. It's also pretty on those who have longer nails, but if they get too long, you actually carry over into another set of stars. So just be real conscious about how the design fits on your client's nails.
Yeah.
When they're picking their design, you need to just make sure that it's a design that's actually going to work for them.
And that's part of your consultation, just, looking at what they're trying to pick from, seeing if their toes would really bring out that design. And if not, say for instance they do have rigid nails, you're not going to want to go with a full-on chrome color. You're going to want to cut, recommend maybe doing, the flags because there's no chrome in it. Just because anything that has chrome is really going to show all those imperfections, which with something that has no chrome in it will actually hide those imperfections. And depending on what your client wants to go with, they're not willing to do a upsale of gel or acrylic or even gel polish, then you would offer them something that had minimum chrome color, to hide that.
Okay, so Allie, I just want to let you know we will address your comment in just a minute. I just want to get through these flags and make sure we spend the time on them and not get sidetracked, but we will come back to your comment because I agree with you. Those of you who are reading the chat board, Allie has a good point. But we need to spend a little more time on that, so I don't want to kind of skip over it. I want to take a minute to talk about that in a little bit. But we're going to jump right into the international flags right now, okay? So this is our UAE flag, and it's actually showing up a little bit more turquoise than it is. This is a forest green, actually, with white, black, and a little bit of a red, for the UAE flag. So if you are loyal to your UAE flag, go ahead and pick that up for your clientele or, yourself.
And the red is not chrome. It is all
Yeah,
flat
those are
colors.
all flat. I think we have a metallic UAE flag.
Oh, yeah.
I think we have both.
Nice.
We have one that's just
So
that
all
flat
you
one.
UAE fans.
And then we have the Jamaican flag, and this one actually This one was highly requested by clientele all over the world. So we produced it. And here is our Jamaican flag. So if you have a loyalty to Jamaica, or you have clients who are from Jamaica, this is a great offering for them. Support their team. Sorry.
No worries.
And our next flag. We
got a lot of flags to go through.
We have a ton, but we're going to take our time and show everybody what they are exactly, because we have time to do that today. And I sure would love to see some Olympic Minx spirit out there. Here is fantastic flags, Spain. So if you're a big supporter of Spain or you're from Spain, this is the flag for you. This is the Minx for you. So there are those flags for Spain. I don't know what that little guy is. I need to figure that out. I think it's the crest.
It looks like it looks like a flag.
It's their crest. And so of course I haven't done all the research to find out, which countries are competing in which.
That'll be all Jen, guys, not me. Sorry.
Yeah, see, this is the which event. This is the difference between Crystal and Jen.
So this is the Japanese, right? Oh,
No,
South
this
Korea.
is South Korean. This is the South Korean flag.
Everyone from South Korea, we've got a flag for you.
Isn't that gorgeous? I actually like this. I would wear this. I love this. It's pretty.
It's a
They have a pretty flag. Okay.
White is very challenging to cut nicely, I've noticed.
I think the hardest thing for me when I wear white is that I actually have kind of like a messy lifestyle with kids and all of that.
They get dirty real quick.
And the tips do get a little bit dirty, and I'm working on it. I don't wear it that often.
I don't wear white very much, but I did put it on my girlfriend, and she did. She wears flip-flops all the time, and they looked brown by the time it was time to switch them. And I said, "Oh, you can't wear white no more because they just look trashy on you." And she just looked at me like, "I can't believe you just said that."
Thank you very much. Anywho, on to the next flag. This next flag is Fantastic Flags Mexico.
Mexico.
And you guys can, you'll notice on the website that all of our flags start. Well, most of our flags start with fantastic flags because we made them for the fans. Fantastic.
Oh, fantastic.
They're not just fantastic.
Oh, I just caught on to that.
They're fantastic. Woohoo! So this is Mexico.
Get you some Mexican flags.
Mexican. Okay. And what is this one? Ooh, Argentina. I like Argentina's flag. This is really pretty. It's like a baby blue. It's got the little sunshine.
Argentina.
Little sunshine symbol. Very pretty. Look at those nails. Can I just say, look at those nails. Oh, so funny.
Argentina. You want an Argentina flag?
Okay, there's Argentina. What is our next one? This one's pretty. This one's a very pretty flag. I like it. Like it a lot. but I can never get them out.
It's good.
South Africa.
South Africa.
That's a beautiful flag. So I really like it.
It's very colorful if you like colors.
I like that a lot.
Now
So-
that's a forest green there, guys.
Yeah, that's a forest green. So if any of these colors, we'll just make sure you know that that's a full-blown forest green. That's a red, a full blue, and yellow with green. So yeah, those colors are really, really vibrant and bright. There's that one. Do-do-do-do. Okay, we have Australia.
Oh, I like Australia.
I want to go to Australia.
Me too.
Hey, Peter, we want to go to Australia. We could do Minxy Mondays from Australia.
Yeah, let's do it.
I know, but the distributors have to want us.
Oh, is that the trick? Well, let's do it, Peter.
Look at how
Peter's
cute.
my friend on Facebook.
I
too.
like, yeah, he's my friend on Facebook too. For those of you in Australia, I think you have a great team there, and I'm amazed by the work that comes out of Australia. Thank you. Thank you.
From
We
down
love ya.
under.
From down under. So this one is Fantastic Flags Australia.
Thank you.
Crystal, you're a beautiful assistant. Thank you very much.
Uh-huh.
I'm feeling like Vanna White. I get to pass it off to you. Okay, so this is England's flag. So Fantastic Flags, England.
I love this one.
Now, obviously the
Wait, is this the one also comes in a shiny
yes,
red?
and I actually don't know that I have that. This also comes in a metallic that is actually called St. George's Cross. So
I like it better.
this one is white with a flat red for those of your clients who are not as blingy. And then we have it with a metallic red.
I like how you changed the name, so that'll be easier for text.
Yeah, so this one is England. This is in our Fantastic Flags collection. And we have another one that is actually, I just got reprimanded. Oh my goodness. Okay, so we have one that's actually a little bit blingier. It's in the metallic. So we apologize that we're opening the packages online, but it's early for us in the morning, so we're sorry. We're sorry. Okay, so this is Italy. So it's green and white with a red. It's the classic Italian flag. It's beautiful. And it's available.
Ooh.
The next one is Germany. And this one is black, red, and a classic yellow. Now, all of the flags are very accurate to the actual colors of the flag in that country. So just so you know, if it looks a little off, it's not in person. It's just the camera. It's hard to do stuff on camera.
Ooh la la. I like the Germany flag. It's very colorful.
Very nice. Okay, and this is Japan's flag. So it's white.
Japan is simple.
And the reason that we have to open them, I do apologize. I feel really badly. But the names are on the insides. So I just want to make sure that I don't, call the Korean flag, the Japanese flag, etc., etc., etc. So this one is France. France is red, white, and blue. Also, it's actually blue, white, and red, I think. So that's its order.
So again, if anyone has any questions about the application or the 7 steps, please let us know, and we will address those shortly.
And there's the Brazilian flag. So it's a green with yellow and blue. It's very pretty.
And that did come out teal in the video, but it really is not teal. It's green.
Oh, we do have the St. George's Cross. So here's the metallic version of the English flag.
It was hidden.
Yeah, it's very pretty.
I'm all about the chromes.
And last but certainly not least is our Silver Lightning Union Jacks. And actually, everyone loves these. These sell like crazy.
Yep, and
so
those
all over the world.
Selling I have a lot of people from the UK and love that design. I can barely keep it in stock.
Yep, it's super fun, super fantastic. See, my spirit's a little crushed. Okay, so the question and or the comment that Allie made saying, I googled Minx's lamp and found discussion boards and blogs of people trying to find loopholes in buying the Minx heat and wrappings directly from us. It's ridiculous. Purchasing the training kit is a must. Well, Allie, you're right. It is a must because the whole point of offering a product to your clients that is a high-end product that has been tried and true, that, we offer training in, is that, the training kit is everything you need to get started. It also lets us know that you've invested yourself, your time, and your money into offering Minx at a at a professional level. So as far as our new tagline, no heat, no results. I mean, if you want to try everything under the sun other than the sun, you're going to come back to knowing that the Minx heat is the only way that Minx is going to work.
I do agree with you, Allie. You do have to have the Minx heat. I try to tell everyone that you need a high level of heat to be on the nail continuously, for the Minx heat to be nice and soft and pliable, and for the molecular structure to fully attach to the nail. You need that heat. And when people try to cheat the system, there's nothing that's out there that produces this much heat in a safe, professional manner.
And if there were, and it was less expensive, we'd be selling it to you. we don't want, I mean, the point of this isn't, we're going to sell this expensive lamp to you. We actually had to have this Minx heat designed and manufactured for this application. And when you're talking about this level of heat, it's very expensive to make sure that you're using the right components. There's a difference in our lamp than any other lamp. You put a 275 watt heat bulb in any other lamp, you're most likely going to melt that down and cause a fire.
But the thing is you're not going to use all the heat from that bulb, because that specific lamp doesn't produce that high level of heat, so you're not going to get that much heat off of that lamp. And that's why we've made this for you guys, because it does let you produce 250 watts of infrared heat from our Minx heat, which someone put that in a normal light lamp, it's not going to do that no matter what wattage you have, because that lamp might only have a switch of so much wattage, so it's not going to produce the other part of it. So you guys have to keep in mind that you need that high level of heat, and the Minx heat is going to be your best bet. And then once people realize that what they've tried to use didn't work, they'll end up getting it if they really want to do it as a service, and then their actual procedure of how to apply it will have to start with it. They'll actually start all over on how to apply it, because it's just this high level of heat is so overwhelming for some people at first that've never used it. It's just it's kind of like they freak out. It's it's a whole nother,
ball game.
And
It's a whole
learning
ball
curve.
game. It's so funny because we talk to nail techs on a daily basis who say, I've been doing nails for 23 years. I've been doing nails for 30 years. I have more respect and more understanding for doing your job for a level of a length of time. So I please don't take it as a disrespect, but Minx is a whole different ball game.
It was never out there before.
It was never out there. This is something you've never touched before. This is something you've never worked with heat on this level before, and we're going to teach you how to do it. But you have to be open to that learning. You have to come to the table ready to learn. And
I've noticed even with like Instagram and Twitter and Facebook, that people will say they're doing Minx and really they're not doing Minx. And I see it all the time, but it's one of those things where people are using the Minx name and trying to pass off their product as Minx because that's how they're going to draw people in to their salon. But what they're doing is they're really giving Minx a bad name. If they would just use the Minx product and really stuck to the 7 steps, they'd get better results.
And their clients would be happy. So that's the whole point of it. You're in a service industry, so you want your clientele to walk away just feeling, like they got not only their money's worth, but more. And that's what service is about. I think it's hard for me to even read those message boards and those forums sometimes.
It's hard for me too.
It hurts me because I take it personally because I've been with this company for a really long time and I know the belief system within the company is for that professional. And, we've always stood behind the professional. And a lot of, it looks like a lot of people online are talking about Minx Retail. And Minx Retail, we don't usually we don't comment usually back on Facebook and things like that if there's a negative connotation, only because I think you get into kind of an argumentative situation, and I don't think that's positive for anybody. But one thing I want to address is that Minx Retail is a professional-only product. So much like shampoos, conditioners, and nail polish, any other product that you would go into a salon to buy, you have the understanding that you're getting a higher quality product. So you're not getting what's available at CVS, or you're getting something better. And for us, CVS is a drugstore, so I'm just saying your local drugstore or, 5 and Dime. But one thing that I would like to say is that Minx is one product. Minx Professional is Minx Professional. This is professional only, will only ever be sold to professionals. This is your product line.
And if you're seeing it being sold somewhere else, say eBay or any of those, it's actually, those people can get in a lot of trouble. So we don't recommend anyone selling our professional product to clients or online on eBay or Amazon or any of those places. But it is a professional product, and we really want to stick to the nail techs only having this product. Now, if you want a client to have something that is Minx, that's when you would sell the Minx Retail. That is a no heat application, and it's for the nail tech to sell to your clients. That is the point. So,
and because this is a professional only forum right now, those of you on are professionals, and we are in a closed situation, so I can say this. This is a product where you're going to make profit. So if you have a client who is not willing to spend the $60 to have a Minx manicure or a Minx pedicure, not willing to get off the fence about it, they're just I'm hemming and hawing and they're not convinced, then this is a product that they can do at home. And it's a quality product, don't get me wrong, but if you add heat, it's not going to work. So it doesn't compare, and it isn't the same product offering as what the professional line is. We need to make that very, very clear. Minx Professional
totally
is not available to the public. and it's only going to last, the Minx Retail is only going to last maybe 5 days. Maybe. At the very most, I've seen 5 days.
And the cool part about Minx Retail is you can lay it on really easily. You don't get crinkling and bubbling. It's very simple for the client to do at home. And, they just file off the excess. And as long as they keep pressing it down, it just keeps, technically shrink wrapping to the nail.
Well, I think that's actually probably the most inaccurate, because it doesn't shrink wrap to the nail.
Well, it's because you're not using the nail. Yeah, it's sticking. But the more you press it down, it really kind of sticks more and more to the nail.
Okay, so we want to make it very clear that the reason that we came out with Minx Retail is that we want to make sure that if CVS is going to carry a competitor's product, which is basically a knockoff of Minx, or a sticker, but all of those products are inferior, then wouldn't you rather have your clients come to you than go to the drugstore to get a product that they're going to do at home? Because you and I both know that nail polishes have been available to the public since the beginning of nail techs. It hasn't changed your value. There is a huge value in going to your manicurist. I wouldn't trade her for anything. But if in a pinch, I didn't have time to get a Minx manicure and I needed to go somewhere and I wanted to do this at home, and I knew
it wasn't fast and so easy.
Yeah, but it's going to come off in a couple of days, and I know that. It will not be sold in CVS. It will not be sold in Albertsons. It's not going to be in your local grocery store. And the only way for anyone to get this is through you. And you can only get it from us.
So Minx Retail is technically a display that the nail professional purchases. And should we say the price, or?
Yeah, we have 6 designs. You get 4 each. Those 6 designs come in a manicure pedicure kit. So you'll get 2 alcohol wipes and a manicure set and a pedicure set. It retails for $16.50. The entire kit, which is 24 sets, is $195 to you.
Well, 24 packages, which is actually doubled, right? Or wait,
24 manicure and pedicure sets.
Exactly.
So those
and those 6 designs change every 3 months.
Yeah. So we're running the first series, 6 designs. They're only going to get that option of 6 designs at one time. At any given time, there are only 6 available. Yeah. So you have to remember, for your 350 versus their 6. Once they've done that, they're going to be like, okay, give me more. I want this. I want that. It's an addiction.
Everyone wants Minx. They don't want the competitor. They don't want the cheap stuff in CVS. They don't want the stuff in Sephora. They want Minx. So you, as the licensed professional, the kit is great. You make a profit of what, $200?
So it's over 100% profit.
I sell it to all the little kids. Like, all my clients' kids love it.
This is huge for kids. Okay, so if you have a client who has a little girl, really, are they going to spend $65 for their birthday even to get their manicure? So
very selective few.
Very select few. It is available on our website. You can go and look at it now. If you need more pictures, I'm happy to actually bring the set in next week, and I'll show you how it's sold. But this is a retail product. This is an opportunity for you guys to make money. So we wanted to give you that ability. Okay, we wanted you to be able to say, you know what? There are other products in CVS. There are other products in the grocery store, but I will tell you, of all the products that are out on the market right now, do it yourself. This is the best. And oh my gosh, extraordinary designs. They're extraordinary. Yeah. They really are.
So let's read what we have on the board. We have the nail concierge saying, so it will not be sold in stores, still only via Minx Professional.
Yes.
Correct.
Yes.
Now and then she says again, I would love to see what it looks like. Can we see it next week? or is it already available on the website?
So that's that. Yeah.
Yes.
We are. It's all available on the website. There's a picture of the display,
And we will bring it next week so you guys can check it out. It's really pretty and nice black packaging. It's a really cute display.
yeah. Okay. So are there any other questions about Minx Retail? Because we want to address them. The one thing that we always want you to understand is that when we set out to put a product out there, we put this product. This has been years in the making. First of all, making sure that we have a product that is going to work, because you don't want them coming back and screaming at you. I spent $16.50 and it fell off in a day. Well, it's supposed to fall off in a day. It's really not supposed to last. But it's going to go on smooth, and it's going to be easy to file, and it's not going to be that difficult. But the other thing is you have to remember that we put in a little bit of the thought is what is going to kick them over the fence? What is going to bring them back into your salon saying, you know what, I want you to do it, because everyone asked me about my Minx, and so now I want to have my manicurist do it for me. Because I want the 350 designs. I don't want just to have these 6 designs. I want that one, and I want that one, and because it's an addiction. Minx is that way. Courtney says, is Minx Retail made differently than Minx? Completely different product. Completely.
Yeah.
There's no comparing the two, actually. And you would sell each one for $16.50.
Yeah. And a note on Courtney's thing is about the retail versus the professional. Again, the retail is a no heat process, and the professional is with a heat. And the retail is supposed to compete with what's in the grocery stores currently, versus Minx Professional is not the same product as what's in the grocery store. So if it's applied correctly, it'll blow that stuff
out of the water. Minx admin answered those questions. Okay, so yeah, $16.50 is set. If you're in higher end, I don't know. I wouldn't go more than 18.
I sell mine for 20 a pop.
20 a set. I think that's fair.
$10 each. Mani pedi. And my clients love it. Their kids eat it up.
So there you go. On Minx Professional, it was actually built for our Minx Retail. It was actually built to make you money.
And I know there was a question up here we didn't get to. I want to say, Courtney says, Crystal, how many Minx do you keep in stock?
Oh my gosh.
You don't really want to know. I have too many. And I always apologize to all my clients that I have a little too much. But again, they're happy with that because they don't leave unhappy, because I really try to make sure that they pick a Minx that they're going to adapt, like it fits for their personality and it works for their, what they do on an everyday basis. So I probably carry over 350 because I have some that aren't really out. So I get special ones. So
she's special.
I have,
but they'll be out soon.
Yeah, they'll eventually be out. But I have probably about 300 of the ones that are online, because there are some that I don't care for.
Well, and seasonal ones.
Well, I have
Christmas all year round.
Yeah,
right?
I don't keep them in stock, but I have them at home. I've got. We don't even want to go there, but. So.
All right. So, are there any other? How do you display in your shop? Well, explain.
Well, the display is really cute, and it's probably about 3 feet.
No, I think she's talking about your Minx.
How do you display in your shop? Oh, like my sheets?
Your storage. Your because she's talking about Minx Professional.
No, your regular Minx. Oh, the ones that I display to show for people to purchase. I have because I have so many, and I have the new style like this, and I have the old style, which is like the short, stubby ones. I used to put them in a book, and I would display one of each in the book, and then they would just go through the book and pick which one. But now that I have like this style and that style, I've been taking the new styles and putting them technically in like, I picked up a flat iron bag, and I stick them in my flat iron bag without, of course I don't use it for flat iron, and they just pull it and then they go through it. So it's a little messy, really.
But we're still working on a way for you to kind of travel with them. So it's maybe something that you could clip them into.
There's a lot of different ways. I've even taken one of each piece, put it on I made a really cool mirage or collage, I'm sorry, and I put each different design on it, and I framed it, and then I hang it on the wall when I was in a salon. So, I mean, you can do all different kinds of ways. You can be creative. It really kind of depends on what type of work what kind of work you do, or if you are mobile, or if you're in a salon, or if it's your product versus your boss's client or boss's product. So
one thing that I've seen is, have you seen those really big hair tie rings?
Oh, hair tie rings.
Hair tie rings. So these are really great. If you have a hair tie ring, or if you haven't seen one, they're available in the drugstore.
Mm-hmm.
The hair tie ring is, you could literally just put it on, clip it on the hair tie ring, and then it's like a little, you can hold it up and they can fan through them and look at all the designs. So that's a really good way. But, it does put a lot of your product kind of in that position of damage. So you want to make sure you keep it in a really nice, secure place.
And it also depends if you only have one thing, then you end up taking it out, putting it back in. So I've seen everything. If you have a lot of stock, then I think that would be great. But I think it's kind of weird to pull from it, use it, then put it back.
What do you mean?
Just as far as showing it for clients, because I'm all about having a brand new sheet that they can look at, and not one that's half used. But that's only my own preference. Meaning, if you put it on a ring and then you took this off, and then you use some of them and then you put it back in to display that.
I wouldn't put it back in.
Well, some people just don't have large amount of stock.
I know.
So it's kind of like where you gotta...
You gotta make it work for you.
Yeah.
You definitely gotta make it work for you. The other thing is, I had someone say that they had a glass countertop. And they displayed them under the countertop, under the glass. So just slide it under the glass. Like if they had a glass top on top of wood or whatever, then she would put them under the glass. So it really depends on what your shop is, how your shop is set up, and how you can make it work for you. But if there's any thing that you come up with that works really, really well, please let us know, because we love that kind of stuff. And if we can find it and make it available to everybody else, that would be great too. So I want to quickly talk about just a few things. Your iPhone app, your Minx Pride. Let's talk about enhancement nails. So and how that's a great way to introduce someone to Minx.
We need a buy fan in here.
I know, it's hot. It's really hot.
Really hot.
Okay. So, first things first, our Minx iPhone app. Oh, yeah.
She's got...
Smile, Jen! Smile. I know, I look so serious. Sometimes I look up at my scared self and I'm like, what are you so scared of? Okay. So, the Minx iPhone app is now available on iTunes, and I just want to make sure that everyone knows that it's there.
And it's for nail professionals only.
Nail professionals only. They can download the app, but it'll be useless to them. Look, it's my face.
wait.
The coffee kicked in.
So the iPhone app is great because you can log on and you can shop for all your clients' next Minx for their next appointment, and put it in your cart. And so when you're ready, you can just purchase all your Minx and have a nice little order there, and you can let your client go through. It doesn't show any prices, and pick the Minx they like, or look at all the new Minx, and it's really a really cool, handy dandy app.
Yeah, the greatest thing is really giving them the power to choose their minks based on the same pictures that you see, so that they do take ownership of that order also, and then that way you're ready to go. You've got them booked. You're gonna place that order. It keeps you real organized, and it's the same login information as you use for the Minx Professional website. So just so you know. Our second fun thing for today, Minx Pride. For those of you who haven't ordered in a while or actually have this and don't know what the heck to do with it, Minx Pride is for you to wear on your pinky, or to put a sample on a client who maybe wants to just try it for a day or a week or whatever, but they're on the fence. This is a great way for them to wear Minx.
Just so you don't go into your 20 pieces on your sheet.
Yeah, you don't want to break up a set for a client that's a paying client, but you want to earn the clientele for your Minx. This is the way to do it. So it's a clever way to capitalize on Minx's high impact. Wear Minx Pride on your pinky finger and get ready to hear, wow! What's that on your nail, and where can I get it? Oh, I thought you were cutting my hair. It scared me for a second. I heard the metal like scissors, and I'm like, no!
I couldn't get it to hold your hair up.
I'm having a bad hair morning. So Minx Pride is great to put on your favorite bank teller, a waitress, bartender, anyone who has a kind of high public profile. So they're out and about in the public.
A lot of times people have got to put it on to see if they like it. So it's a perfect way of doing that.
So I wonder if you guys would send us a list of designs that you would like to see us, either wear or at least show on Minxy Monday, so you can see it in action. Because Courtney did say you can see your back and your hair.
I know.
You can't get low enough.
All right, fine.
She's such a goofball. So if you have a certain design that you would like to see in action, we can always do that. Okay, so the Minx case. Let's talk about the Minx Pro on the go.
Minx Pro on the go.
That's Crystal. She's our Minx Pro on the go. She's always going. Here is the Minx Pro on the go. For those of you who are joining us for the second or third time, we apologize because we are featuring some of the newer items, but we have shown the Minx Pro in the past. So we want to show you this handy dandy little minxed out case. And what it is actually a case that's designed to carry your Minx heat and all of your Minx designs within the confines of this little tiny case. Now it's got a killer little strap for shoulder carrying. It's great for travel. The Minxes have actually traveled with this to Europe for fashion shows, etc.
It's a good quality case for a decent price.
And very, very lightweight. So you're not going to be lugging, anything more than what you put in it. It's probably maybe 2 pounds at the most. But it's really lightweight, super durable, super sturdy, not so expensive that you're scared you're going to hurt it. We don't want you to be scared you're going to hurt it.
It's a good price, and everything is good quality. So.
Everything in there it's good quality, it's strong, it can take a beating and keep on going. And it's, it's one of those that, the Minxes had a case that was similar, and we just decided to Minx this one out. So it is available online. It's $59. I think $59.90 or something like
$59.
that. So there is.
So if you don't got it with your distributor, tell your distributor you want it.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so definitely send that email to Minx Nails, or info@minxnails.com. Does anyone have any specific application questions that we can answer today?
We got Courtney on here. She's asking, does anyone know when the Minx Customizer is going to be up and going so clients can design their own Minx?
Give me 1 second. You're going to have to fill in some space. I'm going to run out there and see what I can find out.
I thought it was already running, but maybe I'm wrong. So Jen just leaves me and I'm in here by myself. It's really, really warm. So let's see what we can talk about since she left me. So we have this cool brochure that Minx has, and the cool part about it has the timeline of Minx and how it got started. And if you've been to any of our trade shows in the US, we have this on our display on the back walls. And the cool part about this is on the back we've got really awesome pictures, and you could actually break this down in pieces and frame it, and you've got Minx art. So that is an option too. So if you don't already have one of these and it didn't come in your kit, you can always ask for it on your next order.
Guess what, guys? What happened? It's available now. Ooh. So you can go to minxnails.com, find the button that says Customizer.
I'm laughing at Courtney. She's laughing because she said, I think I just spit my coffee up and Jen ran out. Poor Crystal. Yeah, she leaves me here. And I'm like, It's all right. I took care of it.
She can more than that. She can do this whole show without me. I'm just here for the hands. Seriously. She's the queen of fun. There's no worries for her.
Maybe you responded to this before. Can you apply a gel top coat to seal in the Minx a bit longer?
Well, why don't you talk about that? And then we'll spend some time really going over the customizer. So let's answer that question, then we'll talk about the customizer.
So as far as gel top coats, some people say regular top coat. She leaves me again. Minx is a standalone product. So you guys have to remember that if you apply Minx correctly, with a lot of heat and a lot of pressure, you shouldn't have to use top coat. You shouldn't have to use a gel top coat. What happens when you use something on top of the Minx, like gel top coat or even a regular polished top coat, what happens is the flawless or the smoothness of the Minx kind of crinkles, or it loses that shine, and it kind of gives it like a wrinkle look. So depending on the product you're using, it does take away the flawless of the Minx. We don't recommend anything to be put on top of Minx. It is a standalone product. You know, we do recommend if you want to do an upsell prior to applying your Minx, that's great. But we don't recommend that you combine any other polymers or even top coats to the Minx to get it to hold. It's just going to lose its the pretty beautiful look of it. So Jen's back. So we don't recommend it. We have people that try it and do it, and you'll see what we mean, if you do try it, but we don't recommend it.
Yeah, it's funny to me how often we answer that question. You guys are nail technicians. You can experiment. You can try things, and what you'll find is that most of the time a gel won't even adhere to the Minx. And if it does, it usually pulls it off the nail. So because the gel in the curing process actually shrinks a bit, it does beep and pops it right off. So yeah.
But people got to learn from their mistakes. So
go ahead and try.
Yeah.
Good luck.
And let us know. We always like to hear.
We're not trying to be mean.
No.
We're just saying, nah.
Yeah, just like what Courtney was saying earlier. I think it was Courtney talking about the blogs and people trying to use different heat sources and different sheets or not Minx. It's the same thing. People are going to try other things prior to realizing, maybe I should have used that Minx heat and those Minx, and so
steps to the 7 steps.
And I did the same thing when I started. I did everything and that was not supposed to be done, and I learned the hard way, and I learned from my mistakes. So everyone's going to be like that, and that's fine. So, but we're here to help teach you guys the proper 7 steps. And so if you do stick to those 7 steps, it will make a big difference in your application.
And you may find you just don't need it. you just don't need to do anything more because you've actually, you've learned the 7 steps.
You'll realize you won't need more.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, I mean, it's taken me a long time only because I was one of the people that had to learn from my mistakes to communicate with Dawn and Janice on what worked and what didn't work. So in my case, it did take me a lot longer, but we're trying to teach everyone else, a faster process to get it to apply the right way the first time. So.
Okay, so what I want to do is talk to you about the customizer.
The customizer is really cool. I'm getting a lot of my own clients excited for it because they can actually design their own minks, pay the price, and send them to me. So that's always fun for the client.
So can I just say, I've been here since 2009. I'm just on my 3 years. I'm like coming up on 3 years. In the 3 years that I've worked here, I used to man the info at Ming's Nails box for about 2 years. I manned that box, and I will tell you that the number one question is, can I design my own minks? Can my clients design their own minks? I want my kid on my nails. No question, have been, so excited for this event. The customizer is available. If you go to our website at minxnails.com, I have this weird hair thing going on, sorry. If you go to our website at minxnails.com and you click on customizer, you will find the ability to upload your own photo or that of your client's photo, design the entire layout of the nails, expand the picture, make it smaller. I mean, you can do a ton of customization. A picture, a design, upload your own stuff as long as it belongs to you. It can't be a copyrighted image. She's really hot. Then what you do is if you're the client, it's so irritating. If you're the client,
you need me to talk or what?
No,
I'm bored.
It's making a sound like a. I can't take it. Okay, seriously. You upload your photo. You make the design, you lay it all out, punch you. You lay it all out, and then you ship it to your manicurist. So this is the thing. I'm Crystal's client. I can go on. I can put my kids on there. I can make it as pretty as I want. I can check out, and it ships to her. So I pay for it. It ships to her. I cannot have it shipped to me. As a non-professional, I am not able to order custom minks and have them shipped to me.
Your client picks who it will go to, pretty much.
So if you're not on our stylist locator, get there now because this is where it becomes fun. Okay, so say this person has never had minks applied, but they found out they could do something custom for their wedding really quickly, in a couple of weeks. And they're getting married and they don't have time to call and interview and or get a set done at every... Crystal. Please stop. I'm begging you.
You get 5 sets of the design that your client performs for the... Should I say the price?
Yeah, this is professional.
I just want to make sure $250 for the 5 sets. And they get shipped to your nail professional, and then depending on the nail professional, if they charge a fee to place them on, or
yeah,
it's going to be different by each nail tech. So
the absolute best part of that is that $250 only pays for the customization. It does not pay for you. Does not pay for your application. So you still apply minks, and they pay for the nails. Because they're their custom design, but you actually get to charge them for the application. So just remember, don't knock the price down too much because you want to make sure that the value stays in your application, okay?
Yeah. And probably more than likely the people that are customizing, people have the money. So they're paying the $250 for the 5 sets. They have the money, so they can, you can charge them a decent amount to do the work.
Right. And the other thing to remember is that, I actually saw an article this weekend, I think, on 17 Magazine about our customizer. And one of the things that the writer actually touched on was, you know what? A group of girls going away for a Las Vegas weekend want all the same nails, but they want them to be unique. If you got 5 girls, $20 a piece plus your application, woo!
And you get to keep the extra minks?
Or $50 a piece, sorry. Yeah, $50 a piece. So I just think that it's like the coolest thing that ever was, and it's going to be so great to see all the designs coming out of the customizer.
So now anyone can design their own minks.
Anyone, and hopefully within the next couple weeks, maybe we'll have a giveaway.
I'm jealous because I haven't customized my own minks.
Maybe. I'll talk to the Minxes and see what we can do. Ooh, I would love.
So tune in, guys, if you want to customize your own minks.
Yeah.
All right, we have 10 minutes left. If there's any other questions or comments or
Allie wants to know when we'll do a demo on stiletto nails. Okay, so we're ordering our what do you call it? Tester hand, trial hand. Yeah, we have to order a hand. And then
I want to ship it off to someone I know that can make some really fabulous
stilettos. Well, all different shapes.
Yeah,
because we really want to have the gamut. We want to have the gamut available. So we will do a stiletto demo. We'll do a high C
all
curve.
Different shapes of nails.
Well, we're going to try to get 10 different. I mean, I would love to see 10 different. I don't know if...
That means you're buying 2 hands?
No, but can't you have the...
when we get the... We're going to keep the tips.
Trainer hand?
Yeah, when we get the trainer hand, once they put the acrylic tips on, we're not going to touch them. They're going to stay on.
I thought we could have more than just the 5. I thought we could interchange them. But
I guess so.
We'll find out.
We'll look into that.
We'll start with 5 and then we'll go up from there.
Yeah. So we want to wish everyone a safe and fabulous 4th of July if you're in the States. Anyone else, have a great time this weekend and know that we will all be celebrating the middle of this week for 4th of July.
It is the weirdest thing to have a holiday on a Wednesday. I'm so, still can't figure out why people keep saying,
just can't get drunk.
Are we going to see you on Wednesday? And I'm like, I work on Wednesdays. Don't you work? It's the 4th of July, Jen. Wake up. I got 2 new puppies this weekend.
Oh.
Wait, let's see if I can get the picture. If you're a friend of mine on Facebook, you've probably seen the picture of my puppies. They're so stinking cute. They're
puppies. They're always cute when they're puppies.
Their names are Cody and Bailey. And Cody is brindle and Bailey is fawn colored. And they're just so stinking cute. But my husband and I, this is them laid out on the couch the very first night we brought them home, which was Saturday night. Let's see if you guys can see.
Can you see?
My babies.
Looks like they took over the chair or something?
That's the Chase Lounge, and they look like they took it over, but really they're tiny. Aww. They're just 3 months old. They're so sweet.
Cute.
So friend me on Facebook, and you'll get updates on the puppies. Yeah, so I'm really bad at taking pictures all the time. Like, I always forget to take them. But you sent me a bunch of pictures from New York, and we still haven't put our collage together, so...
Bad Jen.
I have so much to do. I'm so sorry.
Jen's a one-man show. It's like she's got so much stuff to do and one man do it.
All right. So it's 9:52. I wonder if there's anything else. Well, I'd love to have you guys' feedback. Go and play with the customizer a little bit. Even if you don't check out, but go through the process and upload a photo and tell us what you think. Because we'd love to hear feedback from you at info@minxnails.com. So,
and that's just going to help you explain it to your clients if they decide they want to do customizing minks.
So my Facebook is facebook.com/ J Vellum, JVELLOM, like Mary. So that's it. All right.
All right,
so
guys.
we're gonna put up the contact information one more time, and we wish you all a happy holiday in the United States, and for the rest of you, good luck at the Olympics.
Yeah.
We're really, really excited, and we appreciate you all being here today. We'll see you next week with a surprise subject, and talk to you soon.
Bye.